story time of the weird ass house sitter that had me come back from a 4-day trip in 24 hours or less because I just didn't want her around my dogs. Let's get into it. So I was planning a trip from El Paso to Houston. I was using the trusted house sitters to find someone to house sit my dogs. The way trusted house sitters works is that if someone is coming to your area around the same time you're leaving your area, they'll basically house sit for you for free in exchange for a place to stay for free. One of the big things on there is that there's no compensation exchange. Like, there's no money. You pay for the app though. You pay an annual membership to even be a part of it because everyone needs a background check and a criminal background check. And that is important for the next part of the story. So I was planning a trip from El Paso to Houston, and I was looking for a house sitter on the Trusted House Sitters app. The way Trusted House Sitters work specifically is that if people are already coming to your area and you're leaving at the same time, they'll watch your dogs in exchange for a free place to stay. It works out great. I've used it before, and I had no issues, no problems. So I put out my dates on the app, and I received an inquiry from Sarah and Miguel, all right? Sarah and Miguel, and we set up a FaceTime so I can meet them, get to know them, tell them a little bit about the dogs, and they can get to know me as well. Just feel the water out, whatever. So on the FaceTime, Miguel isn't able to make it. He says he has work. So I'm like, damn, that's really unfortunate. I wanted to meet him, but that's okay. I'm just going to meet him on the day we do the exchange. That's no biggie. There are two little things that stuck up about this conversation that just seemed weird to me afterwards. You know, after some weird shit happens, you start to think about a little, like, moments, or, you know what, that was weird too. One of the little things that she was talking about the dogs, we were talking about the dogs and everything like that. She's like, oh my God, when I saw they lived in El Paso, I just couldn't believe it. I know they get so hot out there. I know they must get so hot out there. And I was like, oh, no. Like, you know, they actually never overheated. Like, it's actually really important that during the day, there's no reason they should be outside or in direct sunlight for longer than 5 minutes max. And then they come back in the house and they are air conditioned 24/7. I give them ice water. Like, we don't have any issues with overheating. Like, I literally just keep them in AC. So all I need you to do is keep them in AC. Put a pin in that. Next thing she said is like, hey, do you compensate your house sitters? On the app, you have to pay to be a part of Trusted House Sitters. And when you're going through the process, you sign up for a background check, a criminal background check, and then there's a lot of processes and things you're going through, whatever, you're filling out your information. But they tell you directly, you're not allowed to ask for compensation. Because the same way you're not allowed to ask me for money to watch my dogs, I'm not about to ask you for money to stay in my house, because that's the whole point of this platform in particular. So the fact that you asked that is really curious, really crazy. But you know, I'm just gonna assume you're new. We're gonna let that slide. We set up the date and the time for which you're gonna be there. I start booking my flight so I can get ready to go on my trip to Houston. The day comes, she pulls up and she's by herself once again. No Miguel. And I said, this is weird. I said, where's Miguel? She said, oh, well, he had a work call. I had to drop him at a coffee shop. I'm going to get him after this. But yeah, he's not able to make it to the intro. And that's really unfortunate because I specifically wanted to introduce them to Bunny. Because Bunny's a rescue dog, you know. Coda wouldn't care because he's been around good humans his entire life. But Bunny has bad experience with certain humans. So I always introduce people to Bunny. I don't let the people just go up and start touching her. So I wouldn't want a random person just walk in the house and have her scared from the beginning, and then you got to work to her, like, then you got to continue to work on her being comfortable with you because you just walked up in her house and I'm not there and you are, and she does not know who you are. So it was really annoying that one of the two people that I wanted to introduce her to was not there, because that's the whole reason I booked my flight for later in the day, so I can make sure that y'all were here before I left so that we could do this exchange. So Miguel's not there whenever I'm leaving. Okay, cool. Whatever. As I'm booking my Uber and I'm getting ready to get up out of there, we're making a little small talk at the door. I'm leaving like 3 minutes, and so we're talking about Miguel again, and I'm like, oh, y'all are married and everything? She's like, yeah. I'm like, how long have you been married? And that question, crickets. She gives me like some vague ass answer. Mind you, I don't really give a fuck. I'm just making conversation before I go to my Uber. But if you could have seen the way her body language changed when I asked her that question, like, she was like, I don't know, you know, like, couple years. And I was like, oh, like 5, 10? Nah, just, you know, a few years or whatever. So Miguel information was just super vague. Anyways, whatever the fuck, I head to the airport. I get on my plane. I go to Houston. She sent me pictures of the dogs as she's with them that night. Things are going well. I'm excited because I'm out in Houston to find a new spot so I can move from El Paso. The next morning, I wake up with a text saying that all night the AC was blowing 84 degrees. The AC is broken. Now this is the old house. However, this is my mom's rental property. So whenever she got this property, she had a repairman come put in new everything. everything. She actually added a new AC. So like the AC has not been a problem. It just got installed a year and a half ago. This same AC unit was blowing 68 degrees last weekend with no problems. I've been here for 6 months. This AC has been perfectly fine for 6 months. You've been in this house for 12 hours and the AC is broken. As soon as she says that, I start looking for flights, the first flight back home. Because I don't know what you're up to. But the fact that my dogs are, like, look at them. The idea of my dog staying in a house that's not getting air conditioning, it's like, that's probably like the one problem that could have arose while you were here that I couldn't handle from where I'm at with no worries. It's one problem. The only thing worse than that is if you would have lost one of them. But yeah, the air conditioning going out is definitely something that's going to have to get handled immediately. Okay, cool. So I'm not really sure what her angle is until she gives me a call. And she calls me, and her first suggestion is like, yeah, do you think we should just all go get an Airbnb? For the dogs. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, and what? And I pay for the Airbnb, and everybody just goes to the Airbnb, and I pay for the air. Nah, we're not gonna do that. Do you want us to get an AC repairman? No. Do you want me to send Miguel up in the attic, and Miguel can go in the attic? And no. I'm gonna come home. The sun will set in 3 hours, because sometimes the sun's gonna set in a few hours. When the sun sets, open up the front and back door so they can get some air circulation. I know they're going to be uncomfortable. It is going to be a little bit warm, but I will be there in the morning. I promise you I'm going to handle this. Oh, well, you know what? Actually, we're going to try it. We're going to try it one more time. I really don't want you to have to leave or anything. Like, yeah, me either. It hasn't even been a full day yet. So, cool. I book my flight. I come back. And I'm here at 9 a.m. Okay? I put the dogs in the car immediately. And I put that's where we still are. And still, no Miguel. There's no Miguel here. It is just her. And I asked her, so where's Miguel? Once again, I already put all of our things in the car. Completely deflects the question, but I'm like, okay, bro. I don't even give a fuck. I just want you out of here so bad. I want you out of here so bad. It's crazy. Because I don't know how you did it. I don't know what you did. I need a repairman to come prove that this thing has been tampered with. But the fact that the air broke within 10 hours of you being here is just a crazy coincidence, in my opinion. Okay? And then the suggestions. I don't know if at some point she thought I was going to send her the money to get an Airbnb, or I'll send you the money to do AC repair, or I'm going to send you... Because then I think back to that compensation comment. I don't know what you think you're about to do. You got the right idea, but the wrong fucking one. I'm coming home. So, no Miguel when I show back up. So, I have not seen Miguel throughout this entire process. Like, she said he was... I have not seen a single Miguel. Whatever. I put the dogs in the car, and then I go through the entire house, and I'm looking through under the beds in the rooms. So I'm like, is Miguel in here? Like, since I don't know, what's the... I don't know what the plan is, so I'm just going to make sure I'm on my P's and Q's. So, I go through everything, make sure it's not Miguel lurking in my closet or something. So 10 minutes pass since she's pulled off, and then I leave so I can go get some food because I'm super hungry, and I have the dogs in the car with me, and I see she's just parked at the end of the street. So I'm thinking once again, what the fuck are you up to? What are you up to? And since she sees me see her, now she's kind of like acting like she's pulling off and everything like that. She's like just moving super slow. And as soon as I pass by her, she takes like the first left that's available. Just a super weird situation. Is there a chance that the AC did just magically go out and she didn't do a single thing, and somehow in the dead of night it broke for no reason? Maybe. I'm calling a repairman to see. But do I believe for a second that she had nothing to do with this? Fuck no.